Hi, dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram welcoming you to your early morning edition today of Cricket Happenings. As I have to go out today, so I need to do it a bit early here. But I'm glad that I'm here with you all to cover this Cricket Happening show. The first match, what I'm going to do today, what I'm going to talk about in this particular Cricket Happening show, is the match which took place in the IPL yesterday between Rajasthan Royals and Royal Challengers Bangalore are in a real role now, winning this match very easily. Chris Gayle once again providing the impetus for them by smashing 70 runs. I'll be talking about that. Today is the day when the first test match, the test series starts. As you know, the one-day series was taken by the Pakistanis, beating West Indies 3-2. West Indies came back hard in the next two matches. But, now the test is between the classical version of the game, the test matches, West Indies versus Pakistan, the first test today at the Providence here. And as you know, West Indies Pakistan have never won in West Indies, so that is going to be the key thing, how they do. The other thing that I'll be talking about is some cricket news and also some ICC recommendations as far as test matches are concerned, where, as you know, the revenues have been dwindling for the ICC, and now they're looking at floodlit day-night tests, which they feel that the public will be coming in to watch the test matches, which is losing its value of late. And also there will be the umpire decision review system, which could be introduced in all the versions of the game. These are the recommendations that ICC has placed yesterday in the meeting at Lords. And then I'll be looking at Craig McDermott has been named as the bowling coach for Australia. So Alan Donald will continue to remain the bowling coach for New Zealand. So right now I'm going to start off with the first match, that is the IPL 2011, yesterday's match, which was played between Rajasthan Royals and Royal Challengers. And as you know, Shane Warne was playing his farewell match here at the Savai Mansingh Stadium, Jaipur. And it was not a good thing for Shane Warne, as his team lost by 9 wickets as Royal Challengers completely eclipsed Rajasthan Royals' score of 146 by having a 9-wicket victory. And the impetus, as I said, was provided by Chris Gayle, who is in some rollicking form. He was not out on 70 when the victory came of just 44 deliveries, 6 fours and 4 sixes. And then Tilakatne Dilshan, a stroke-filled, an 8-4 stroke-filled 38 of 24 balls, becoming a victim of Warne. And Virat Kohli remained not out on 39 of 34 balls, 3 fours and 1 6, and he was the captain of the team yesterday because Daniel Vettori was not playing. Just looking at the Rajasthan Royals score, was nothing to talk about. Shane Watson made 34 at the top of the order. Barring the openers, there was not much of a resistance. Shane Watson making 34 of 29 balls with 3 fours and 2 6 looked very aggressive. Rahul Dravid contributed a very good 37 of 31 balls with 6 fours. And that said, then there was a precision there, 146 all out, not much of a resistance, as I said. And the bowling figures, Arvind had 3 for 34, 1 apiece for Langwelt and Gayle and Zahid Khan, none for 23 or 4. As far as Royal Challengers Bangalore innings, as I said, they were 150 for 1. They completed the target in the 17th over, and they are on a real roll right now. They are doing absolutely superbly. Johan Botha went to the cleaners, 4 overs for 42. 4 overs for 26 for Shane Warne. I don't have nothing else to say. Today's match is between Chennai Super Kings and Delhi Daredevils at Chennai, but Delhi Daredevils unfortunately are without Virendra Sehwag. James Hopes will be leading the team. Virendra Sehwag is injured and he won't take any further part in the IPL. The next thing that I will be talking about is let me talk about something very, very interesting, and that is something the ICC recommendations yesterday. This is not something which has been, it is just a recommendation that the ICC has made. They have looked at floodlit tests as a possibility, because as you know, the crowds have been dwindling as far as test matches are concerned, so they're probably trying to breathe more life into it by actually getting the crowds to come in by introducing floodlight tests. Now, floodlit tests, the ICC feels that could be something which one would be saying, I think that's the right way to go, because the crowds have been dwindling for sure. The revenue for the ICC has also not been so forthcoming. So it's high time that there are some changes made to the classical version of the game, and there's nothing wrong, according to me, in introducing floodlight tests, whereby there'll be some value for the test too, and the crowds would be coming. And the other thing is that when you're playing the floodlight test, you can't play with the red ball. So there also some experiments have to be done. So probably they have done some experiments in the English county cricket scene, where pink balls and orange balls were used. It was done in Abu Dhabi too, and Pakistan actually introduced them in the last first class season in 2010, and it proved to be a great success. So it is only a question of whether it is going to be a pink ball or an orange ball. So that is something that the ICC has recommended very, very strongly, which I think is the right way to go. But probably what I would really recommend is here is that why not, we know that sometimes there is rain and the match doesn't go through. So why don't we continue the match by having a floodlight test arena? In fact, even though the match gets over at 5:30, 6 o'clock, depending upon the country, why don't they, if at all the rain prevents play, let them go for the floodlight test. So that would be another experiment that would do. But again, what ICC is recommending is that they want this to be first experimented in the first class domestic competitions, which is the right way to go, because they have only next year we are going to say floodlight test. So this year probably would be an experimentation in all the first class matches with the pink ball or the orange ball, as the case may be, and they would be experimenting whether this really proves successful, and they introduce it into the test. So that would be a good way to go. And the umpire decision review system is something that the ICC wants to introduce in all the versions of the game. But I think in my umpire decision review system, as you know, it was successful in the World Cup, and they would like to introduce it. Yes, that's a good move, no doubt about that. But I think ICC should probably go in a smoother fashion, like not introducing it everything at one go. Probably, this is my opinion. I think they first should introduce this. Now they have introduced it in. They are telling that the umpire decision review system should be done in all the test matches. Probably that would be the right way to go. Initially, I think you can introduce it in test matches, whereby all the countries have to implement it and see how it goes for 1 year. Well, if it is successful, then introduce it in the 50 overs one day internationals in the next year. And if it is again successful, go into the 2020, the slam bang version of the game. That's what I would really recommend. Not recommend, it is just my opinion or suggestion, I would say. And then the other thing that the ICC has done is a very good thing. The associate countries in the World Cup, like Ireland, Canada, Netherlands, Kenya, and all the other countries would have initially they were miffed that they were not given a chance in the 2015 World Cup, but at least they would be breathing freer now, with ICC actually recommending some sort of a qualifying matches whereby 2 nations should be selected. So that is another recommendation that has come, so which the associate nations have really accepted it with a lot of satisfaction, and hope it really works for them. And the other news that I would like to cover here is that yesterday I was talking about the bowling coach for Australia being selected, and finally the Australia has not gone for a foreign coach. They have gone for the former pace bowler who had taken 291 wickets, and his name is Craig McDermott. So Craig McDermott is a new bowling coach for Australia, and he will bring in a lot of his experience there for Australia. That's good. Other than that, Donald probably will be signing his 2-year contract with New Zealand Cricket Board. And what else? I mean, I can just talk about the preview. As I said, the West Indies Pakistan first test match is about to start today. It is going to be played at Providence. So that would be the first test match, first test which is going to start today. I'll be just doing, as you know, the only thing that of interest would be how Pakistan would actually get the first series win in West Indies, whether they can do that. So that is the thing, because Imran Khan came close to it, the former captain, but well, whether Misbah-ul Haq can do that, impossible. Well, it looks like Pakistan definitely have the ingredients. They have Mohammad Hafiz, Tawfiq Amar. Azhar Ali is one of the wonderful class. I mean, he actually proved himself in Australia too. So he's one of those classical persons who plays the game. In fact, Azhar Ali has really proved himself. He has a good defense, and he is ideally made. I think he would be the ideal replacement for Yunus Khan, but not with experience, but definitely he can stay there. And they have Asad Shafiq, Umar Akmal, Mohammad Salman, the wicketkeeper, could be making his test debut today. Tanveer Ahmed, Umar Gul, Wahab Riaz, and Saeed Ajmal. So West Indies are concerned. For them, Lendy Simmons is some good form, so he gets a chance in the test matches. Then the other thing, Brendan Nash is the vice captain of the team. Carlton Bogg, Darren Sammy Fidel Edwards makes his comeback into the team after a long time, and it's very good to see how he actually bowls to the new ball. And Devendra Bishu, watch out for Devendra Bishu, the right arm leg spinner. In test matches, it's a different ball game. He has done well in one-day international. I'm really looking forward to see how Devendra Bishu performs in the test match versions. He'll be making his debut probably. I'm not really sure about that. That's it from me, your host Ram, for Cricket Happenings for today. See you all probably tomorrow. That's it from me, your host Ram. This is Ram signing off finally for the day. Thank you very much for your support.